Tipline Mysteries, dial 1 for murder with Chris McNally and Holland Roden, even though Holland is first and then Chris, but we
Yeah.
don't care. and Holland won't care either. We already gave her time to shine. If you haven't seen that interview, by the way, check it out. She shared as much as she possibly could, and it kind of was like a first for her, which was cool. And then we had the directors too. They shared so many things that if you haven't watched that, you watch it. They talk about Chris's facial expressions and mannerisms and the two of them together. And then you want to go back and watch it with, a new set of eyes. So it's fun. But we're glad you're here with us. Let's see. There's all kinds of cool little messages. What do we have? While we're waiting to come in, Therese is here. She says, "Good evening, everyone." And
Hello.
Good evening.
And
I'm
Susan,
outside. I'm outside enjoying the nice weather. It's so nice out.
you know what? I'm going to play around for a minute because Christine, I feel like you're so little and far away, even though you are little and far away. Let's see. How about that? Do you
There you
like
go.
that?
There
Yeah,
you go.
there we go. All right. And Kathy's here. Hi, Kathy.
Hi.
Rona, we miss you. Rona, it was like in a few months we
Oh,
were meeting each other for the first time, right, girls? Oh, when we're
yeah.
all going to be together again.
Yeah, that's almost coming up. Our that we were.
Yeah. Here's Bonnie. Hi, Bonnie. And Nikki is here, checking in from Central Iowa.
Oh,
Jean is here with all of her little, I think she'll give us her little insights to, the mystery world, the detecting.
oh yes, because she was a police officer.
Yeah, she
Yes.
sent me. I don't know if she posted it anywhere, but I got to see a photo of her and her
Yeah,
husband. Did you
yeah,
see
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Oh,
She said,
cool.
It was so cool. Hi, Carrie. Carrie, did your the gov come yet? I think it said Monday. Monday it was on its way. Let me know.
well, I just want to point out I'm wearing my Hard Rock Cafe Cleveland shirt because they mentioned Cleveland
Yes.
in the movie.
And
And
Chris,
I am wearing my Chris McNally. Whoops, other
and,
side here, Chris. Fan
and
group
and
shirt.
I told Chris and Christina I'm wearing a shirt without any stains, and that's all I can do today.
And that's good. That's good. That's good.
We got Canada representing here. Janice is here. Hey. Kathy, what'd you write to us? Oh, she's saying hi to all the girls. All the girls that are here. Hope everyone is doing well. Can't wait to discuss the Tipline mystery. All right. I know there's quite a few of you here. Jennifer's here. Arlene, Barbara, Carrie saying not yet. Okay, Carrie. All right. Here we go. All righty, girls. So, you know what? There were so many positive things, in my opinion, about this movie that we can discuss forever and ever and ever. And we got a limited time, I know, only because someone has to be out by the time the light starts to set, right?
Yeah,
Because
we're going to the drive-ins tonight. I'm taking Oliver. We're taking Oliver. He's never been.
What
So
movie are you seeing at the drive-in?
we're going to go see If and Garfield.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
That'll be fun. So anyway, I think what we should do is we heard some scuttlebutt, and I don't have anything. I honestly have nothing negative or anything I would want to be changed in this story. And this, I enjoyed it from beginning to end.
Oh, I did too.
Yes. So we heard some other things that were negative. So I thought, can we go with them first? Because there's very few, and then we'll just get into all
Yeah,
the things.
yeah. Let's get that out of the way.
All right.
I agree.
Tanya's listening. She doesn't know if she'll be able to type back. That's okay. You can always later in the comments share. So, Christina, tell us some things that you heard.
Well, I heard that some people were saying that Holland wasn't speaking clearly, that she was kind of fast talking.
All right,
They
let's talk
said
about that.
all positive things about Chris, just not her.
Well, let's talk about that. I was like, I beg your pardon, but I am from South Jersey, and I thought that Holland or Maddie is doing a fine job of speaking. But you know what, Chris, I liked your point of view about that. What were you saying? That she was like that? There was a good reason.
I feel that it was her first case, and she really wasn't quite sure how to handle things, and she was just excited about all of it.
Yeah.
And she just wanted to get in there and do her job.
Yeah.
And
And
I think
just the way it turned out, it was
Yep.
scripted like that too.
Yeah.
I
I
I
loved it.
I think the same thing, and I think that her and Chris worked well together because she had
Yeah.
like a different perspective on things and that he didn't have or that he didn't know. And so they worked well together. And yeah, I mean, I would be the same way if I was working with such a handsome guy and a detective, no doubt. And I'd be excited too. I would be like, wow, this is cool.
I was also thinking, Susan saying Holland was great. That's how I sometimes speak fast. Me too. I also was thinking that so she's very dedicated to and we find out in the storyline why, because of certain things in her past. So she's very dedicated to helping with crime and making a difference and protecting people. And the gentleman, the detective that she always had to rely on or feed information to, just was like, he was like,
He
he
blew
should
her
have,
off most of the time.
yes, and he should have retired probably like 5 years
Well,
before,
and she
right?
was saying she doesn't get respect,
Yes,
remember?
yes.
She was saying that she doesn't get the respect that she wants.
So she was probably, and I know she was, the way they wrote her, to be eager and excited. There's new, fresh blood, and she wants to get her point across. So she's excited and she's trying to get it all in before he shuts her down.
Well, I've
Mhm.
seen her on Teen Wolf, and
Oh, yeah.
she's doesn't speak fast like that. So I think that it was her character. I think that was the character that she was supposed to present, like a very giddy, happy, girl who is excited, and I think that's what she was trying to portray.
And being
Everything
her
she did it.
first case, she just wanted to get it all out there.
Yeah, and I think she did it very well. I do.
I didn't hear about her being a terrible actress, and it's like, seriously, she's doing a role. My goodness. Oh, I know, because I love her. She's been in many things. And here's the cool thing about it. And you go watch her other role. Like, she's been in a Hallmark movie. And then also I know her from Teen Wolf, but other things that she's done, she is different every single
Yes,
time,
yes, she
which
is.
is which is the
I
nice.
just think it was the character. Maybe that's what they wanted to portray. They wanted to portray, a character like that, and I thought
And
she did it well.
was it you, Roxanne, or one of you had mentioned that Chris is always the one that is thinking inside the box? Things
Mhm.
Yeah.
are scheduled and the way they should be, and she's the one that thinks outside the box.
Yeah,
And so that way she was on the go and she just wanted to be different, and
and
she
and
did a wonderful job.
she was smart. She was smart because there was a lot of things that she presented to
Quick
Chris.
thinker.
Yeah,
Mhm.
there was a lot of things that she presented to Chris that Chris was like, "Oh,
Detective Beeks, not Chris.
oh yes, Detective Beeks." I'm so sorry. That's right.
No, that's okay. Though they're opposites and they bring something different. His boss, she saw it, and that's why she got to be
Mhm.
an
Yeah,
honorary detective.
yeah.
And I thought they were a great match. I'm looking forward to more of them. And from what the director's perspectives were, they decided that they would set it up so that you could easily make more. And I think I've said this before. I know I haven't. I don't remember if anybody heard me, but if we would go back to watch how it opens as if there's going to be more with
Yeah,
the
like
Mhm.
it's gonna be
names.
a series. Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
it did, and I think I think that it will be because it got a lot of
Good.
publicity last night and trending, so it
Yes.
should possibly.
Did did I see where it's going to be on again tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow I think
Mhm.
7 o'clock.
Yes, yeah, yes, because it'll finish right before When Calls the Heart comes on.
Yes. Hmm.
Yeah. They
Okay.
set them up sometimes like that.
Yeah.
Equal, you know what? Maybe her raspy voice makes some people not understand what she says. Maybe. I know some of us have hearing loss or hearing issues, and then we use the AI on the that's the AI from back in the day, the one what is it called? The closed caption, right?
Yeah.
Well, closed
Right.
caption makes many, many mistakes. So you can you know, sometimes that doesn't always help.
It posts what it hears.
Yes,
Yeah.
what it thinks it hears, right? What the computer thinks it hears. That's a little scary.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
is.
if you go on, I don't know if the general IMDb shows this, but if you go on, if you're on the professional database, but I think it's included in, excuse me, in the database that we all can access. One of the things, like they have many, many pictures that they finally shared. And one of the things that I found to be my favorites was I love this scene when he had had enough of her.
Mhm.
Oh, he handcuffs her.
Yeah, but he quickly was ready to unhandcuff her. But I love it. Now, one of the things that you also see here is there aren't many shots of them standing upright and showing, look at the height difference.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She might even
Yeah.
be
She's
standing
short.
on something.
Yeah.
He's a
She's
whole
short.
head taller than her.
Yes, she's 5'3", and I think he's 6'3", right? Or close to
6'2".
it. 6'2".
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, there's a big difference. And I loved when the directors were sharing with us how to get them in the frame. Sometimes you would have Chris sitting down often. See, these are the things that make it fun. And it's true. Look, here he is sitting down here.
Yeah.
Stoic. They both look serious here. And by the way, I loved how she dressed. Loved, 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 loved her dressing. And
Hmm.
here she's on the edge of her seat. He's sitting down. So we saw a lot of that, which that was cute. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I loved that. Go ahead, Chris. What were you going to say?
I was gonna say they probably address that with a lot of the actors, the men actors, because a lot of them are tall,
They
Yeah.
are.
and so they have to do that with
Yep.
whatever movie any
Mhm.
And a lot of the women are petite. I'm like, what in the
Yeah.
world? You grow the
Yeah.
boys big and the girls tiny.
Yeah.
I love this. This is, and I know the light, I have to get it just so.
Oh yes.
This is real. This is a real screen from the Detroit Free Press, because they were in partnership with the whole conglomerate, and that's really a tip line. And I don't know if people caught this, but I remember when I was watching it, I was sent the screeners. I didn't know this. Nobody told me this, but as I was watching it and they would pan in every time someone went into the office, the newspaper office, I'm like, this looks like the real deal. These look like the real people. And here they are. They had the little sign off, and they showed, now when they got down into the basement, they recreated that. And one of the things I have to say, and I say this all the time too, so I repeat myself and I'm sorry. When they try to bring in like new actors, and they're new and they have little parts, when you have two actors that are just really good, seasoned, authentic, you forget they're acting, and then you bring in someone who is like, new, and they're acting, it just disconnects. I liked all of the secondary actors and other storylines. I thought they did a good job. I
It's a good
did.
way to introduce them for future movies.
Yes. 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 Mhm. Mm.
So,
All right. So I'm curious why we're all sharing our stuff. I didn't go back yet. Did we viewers know how many views watch? Okay. We have a lot of comments about how many views and what the
Oh, what the ratings were?
they're not here yet. They won't be. We will
Yeah.
probably see them usually like on a Sunday, we might. But we'll come back to that. I was going to ask you all a question, and I just thought it would be nice if you could like share some of your favorites, things that you loved, and we'll share them with you. Cindy says, yes, the supporting cast was good. And like you said, it's a good way to introduce those actors, those characters. And I hope they get to come back. I think that would be so much fun. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
I had a few favorites.
in this time, were they going to dial 2 for what? Dial 2 for kidnapping?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, it was. Again, we always find connections. Wasn't the actress who played the police captain in the movie also in The Sweetest Heart, and
Mhm.
and also in When Calls the Heart? She was the banker that came in and was helping, save the town.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, I think my favorite part in the movie was when she found out that he was 219.
Oh yeah, I did like that.
That was one of my favorite parts.
When she first mentions it, he gets a smirk on his face.
Yeah.
And it doesn't say anything. And then she finds out. And I have to say, the coolest line, and they said that Holland came up with it herself. The coolest line is when she's saving that little kitty.
Oh yeah,
Kitten, yeah.
He calls him
Dawson.
Dawson.
Yeah, Boston. Yeah, Pawson. Yeah, that was so cute.
Dawson Weeks. I know. So the little cute look that they give them at the end, means that there could be a spark between them.
Well, that's why I loved the part. I love the part when they're in the jewelry store and he's like,
banter next
and he's talking. He's like, right, honey. He's like, right, honey, and she's like, yes, Snookums. And it was just, I love that. I loved how they kind of pretended like they were married or that they were going to be getting married. I thought that was so cute.
This is cute, Rona. I love the hot sauce. So did I.
That
whole hot sauce scene.
I'm sorry, but I missed the whole purpose of the hot sauce. What was the purpose of that?
The purpose was that she thought he was killed or shot.
Yeah, I understand that, but why did the other sergeant or detective or whatever it was mention the hot sauce? And then then Beeks ends up using it.
Well, that's how you get it into the storyline with the tiny little hint. So what he was saying is, there's really not much here, but the hot sauce is good. And he tells him to take a few packets and he shoves them in his pockets. That's how we know it's there. But it wasn't, why was the scene of her jumping on him and it going everywhere? Well, because
I understood all that, but I just didn't understand how the hot sauce got tied into it.
Well, they had to figure out a way how to get it in to look like fake blood, right? So
true.
And it was him. He was cleaning out his stuff, and he's like, "This is the best thing you'll get in here." Everything like hide and run, and he's standing there, Dawson, looking. And I love when he says, "Oh no, I've heard enough. I mean, I've had enough."
I've heard enough. That was cute.
I thought that was funny.
I know. I love a lot of the stuff was funny, and then
I gotta get something more to drink.
They're getting mad at each other, right? Like about she's a detective and you're not really a detective. And when the phone rings, he picks it up and he goes, "Detective,"
Yeah, and then she kind of rolls her eyes.
Rona loved the hot sauce. The pawn shop with the ring. Jennifer loved that. Yes, that was a great ending of 219. Yep. When she thought that he was shot and started CPR and yelling for help, and he's like, "You're gonna break my chest."
Yeah, my ribs or something. Yeah.
No, Teresa says, "I love." Yeah, that's it. That's what he said. His ribs. I loved when Chris said he would be willing to work with Chris. Oh yes, Chris Palaha in another segment of the movie series. I saw that too, and he had it like a side by side. That was cute. That's it. Marty, stop. No, it's not Marty. It's Mandy. Mandy, stop. You're gonna break my ribs. He is Rona.
Maddie.
He is, and he doesn't even realize.
Yeah.
Cindy.
Yeah, they just throw those comments in there, and I wonder how much of that was scripted and how much it wasn't.
I know. I always want to know all those wonderful tidbits myself. Yeah. Should we ask? Should we have on and ask?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes, we could.
The guy who played the retiring detective cracked me up. I know he was so very is the word sardonic? I don't know what it is.
He was he was not thrilled about his job. Like he was not thrilled. Like he's had enough. He's had enough of that job, and he had enough of that job, and he was ready to retire.
Yep. Get out of here.
Arlene says Riley Davis, who plays Ethan, is also in Curious Caterer. That's true. Yeah. And alrighty. And they didn't do all of the Jessica didn't do all of the Curious Caterers, but she did at least one, I think. And I think that's where that connection is. Maybe, people know who is who, but maybe not. I love Detective Beek's softer side that comes out. He's got a good heart. He does. You see that with how he cares about that young boy, right? Which would make
Yeah.
a recurring
Toby.
character. Yep, yep. Great recurring character. He's a goodie. And I also loved all the stunts that he did on his own, running
Yes.
there and I don't know. I just thought the whole vibe, and it's funny because I had said it was like an old timey, like a gumshoe, and I used that word. And I saw Holland in a interview, and she used gumshoe, and I'm like, that's right, Holland, you got that from me.
Yeah, I loved it when he was running. He was like running, and he makes
Get
a
me
really good.
there.
He really makes a good detective. I mean,
Yep.
I don't. He really does.
Well, he
Yep.
always said he wanted to get
Yeah,
into a part along
I
that
just
line.
think that it was a really good role for him.
Hmm.
I loved how Beeks became protective of Maddie, and he's kind of protective of everyone that comes out on him. And we didn't really learn anything about his background, but we learned a little bit about her. So there's so much more that can be explored. Ava says, I liked it when she told him about the sports bar she worked at and it was robbed and how she had bad dreams and he was so understanding. Yes. How
Yes, I
that,
did too.
how that
Maybe he even covered that case.
you don't know that it's, we don't have all the details. You know how some shows like to do that. If you don't have all the details, they like to reinvent stuff, you know?
Oh,
They leave it hanging for
Yeah.
future references.
Yes. Yes. Let's see. I loved when Beak sits on the desk and just stares at Maddie with a smirky look, like, I know. And when she zeroes in on him, and then he's like, what is she looking at? She's looking at his earlobes, telling him that they're
yeah,
crinkly. And the captain comes by and goes, she's right.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
like when the retiring detective took the whole cake. I know. That
Oh,
was
I know.
like
That was
lifted
funny.
up and he's leaving. He's leaving
Yeah,
with the
yeah, that was funny.
Well, Beeks said he had enough anyway. So
yeah. Yeah, Lucy saying him playing a detective was good.
Yeah,
And what's Nikki saying? Maybe the next one, Chris will get to use his karate. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe he'll go undercover as a karate instructor.
oh, there you go. That would be good.
I think another good storyline that they will probably bring in is when his good friend or his cohort there that is another police officer.
Mm-hmm.
He said that he's a great police officer, but he can't take tests.
Oh, yeah,
So maybe they'll bring that in some way or another. Make that
yeah,
a couple episode storyline, whatever. So
And you can I always like it when they take the secondary characters, right? Like him, and she has some female friends, or even if maybe he's not attracted to a female, she has some male friends, whatever it is. And those secondary characters wind up getting together, and then it kind of like, eventually leads. So there's a possibility for romance, but we don't have to see it be all about romance. I
right,
just like the whole
or
vibe.
even about Beaks. It doesn't
Yes.
the romance doesn't have to be
right.
about.
Right, right, true. Right. I love it. And how about the beginning? It had such like an 80s vibe for me, like going to the mall and that music that was playing. And what do you like what do you do when you're a night watchman and you're bored and it's showing them playing the little claw game and the big like all the arcade stuff and then,
Yeah.
winds up dying. Why did he die? What happened? He wasn't meant to die, but what was
Maybe
it?
I think he got the wrong amount or
Yeah.
something
There was
Yeah,
of
like a
love.
complication from it. Yeah.
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 The last scene when they showed Chris just standing in the parking lot. What a tall drink of water. Wow. Avis. Love the music. So did we. I would love to see Chris do his taekwondo. Yes, that's what it was. It's taekwondo.
Yes.
Right. He didn't die. He didn't die. Who died? The first guy didn't die, but someone died.
Yeah, the jewelry
Yes.
store owner.
Yes,
But
that's what
they
it
did
was.
say that he died more of
Yes.
a heart condition, I
That's what
think.
it was, the reaction, but the first one
Yeah.
didn't. That was just the alert that she knew about and she gathered more. Yeah, it was the old guy, not the detective. Thank you.
Hmm. Yeah,
Right.
the old guy.
Because as I'm saying, I'm like, wait a minute, I got something wrong here.
Yeah,
And
that lady's husband.
I also thought Yes, Kathy. I also liked how they had a little bit of a red herring in there because the gentleman that worked at like the hotel fixing things, and then the more she talked to him, where he was trying to retire to, he was doing extra work helping the people that were making the jewelry store. You kind of started to think, could it be him? So I'm curious. Did y'all know who it was before it got to the end? Did y'all know who done it?
I seriously, I kind of thought
I
at first,
suspected it. Yeah.
I kind of thought at first it was that the boy, like her son or her boyfriend.
Toby?
Yes, I did almost think that it was him, and then towards like the ending, then I was starting to see her.
I thought that it was her boyfriend, but I also thought it was not no, not the boyfriend. I thought it was the guy that was staying there.
Oh,
Like,
oh,
Nick.
oh,
yeah.
Nick.
But I thought that there was some kind of a connection with somebody else. And I was thinking, I wasn't quite sure how she was involved, but let's see what they're saying. No, I thought it was Toby. No, I didn't know. I was surprised. Nope. I was too busy watching Chris and didn't get it until almost the end. And that was me, Rona. And I usually get it, but I feel like this time got my hubby to watch with me, and he pegged the old man's wife. That
oh,
was another thing.
that
Like
was
Yeah,
another
because
one.
she was
Yeah.
a person in there that she wasn't, or she's a regular person on
yes.
other shows.
Yes.
I mean,
So you
she
thought
wasn't
she
a
was
new character.
I
yes.
kind of had her. I thought about her, but then I was like, you know what? She's more like the obvious choice.
Mhm.
And I think that they would probably
But it
give
was
us someone that's not as obvious.
they did a
So
good job of it being misleading, and I usually nail it right away, but I was kind of distracted in that I was looking at it with different eyes because it was the first time I was watching it, and the whole time, and I hadn't given any podcasts yet. The whole time I'm like, I don't ever do this. Oh my God, I better not slip. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So I didn't when I first watched it, I was like, oh, like nervous. So I think that
yeah. See, I wouldn't be able to do that because I definitely would have probably blabbed it out in some way or another. So I'm glad I did not know.
yeah. Now, Arlene, I thought it was the friend that was living there somehow connected, but I don't know. I truly didn't think it was going to be Toby. I felt
Mm-mm.
like I think Toby's there and he makes dumb choices and he's learning, and that, Dawson is like looking out for him. So I think I don't know. That's what I was thinking,
He
but
was
I could
being
see
too
it.
protective from
Yeah.
Dawson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I get I'm not saying that it's not a good idea. I'm just sharing like I was thinking, but I like it that we all were thrown off a little, you know?
Yeah.
And the joy for me is not that it has to be some big who done it, because if that were the case, I'd be watching something much more grittier. I'm looking to fall in love with the characters. I'm looking for it to be like, and that's what I felt like. It was a show that I could see once a week and I could know everybody like they
Right.
were
Yeah,
friends.
yeah, I did mention that Hallmark Mystery in the comments. I said it left you wanting more.
Yep.
It left you wanting to find out more about the characters and about what's going to be going on with them. I said, and it just left you hanging.
Yeah, I liked it. You know what else left me
I
hanging?
like Susan's comment there.
What is it? Toby is going to join the police force?
Mm-hmm.
That would be great. That would be in the making, like it happened. I love that.
Right.
And then he would want to be more protective, and it's almost like they don't have families and they're creating family
Mm-hmm.
together, you know?
Right. Yeah.
And Beeks could
Or
be a good role model for him.
now, Jean, I love this. This is where the crime board comes in. We also called it a timeline board. Yes. And I wanted to show, I just loved how they dressed her too. I wanted to show there's a picture of them standing in front of it and putting up all their stuff. I love that. And they're
Oh, yeah.
talking it out. It's
And
just
he never really used one of those
yep,
before.
yep.
And
Mm-mm.
she picked it up from all the TV shows that she would
Yeah.
watch.
Yep. Teresa said it was cool knowing the backstory from your interview with the directors when Chris did the action scenes and how they had to make him slow down when he was running. I know, because they wanted to get it all in. It was funny. I know. Is Maddie going to become a police officer? I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
Nah, I don't
Yeah,
think
it's just like a
That would ruin the whole story.
and she could be like a consultant. There are
yeah,
people that
they have consultants. I don't know if anyone ever seen the show Lucifer, but on Lucifer was a consultant and helped the the police officer find cases, figure out
Lucifer was
cases.
also the devil, and he did something with his eyes to get that position.
Yes, he did.
Oh my God, I love Lucifer. That's a whole other
Oh,
thing.
I do too. I do too.
Cindy said, I was very excited when Holland liked 2 of my posts on Twitter. Now, I tweeted early on because I got a lot going on here. So I tweeted early on, and then I didn't really get to come back and see a lot of things. But there was one tweet that Chris put. Actually, it trended to the next day. It trended this
Yeah,
morning, I think, right?
it
There
did.
was
Yeah.
so for those that were asking, at one point Chris said something that was foodie, and I said the pizza with a side of hot sauce, because the pizza he brings to feed everybody, and they come in with their pizza, and then the side of hot sauce. I thought that was funny. They
Yeah.
get good, like Monk. Yes, like Monk was. Yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
she's already been made a volunteer reserve officer. Yes, I guess that doesn't
Mhm.
go, right? It wasn't just for this one particular scene, like one particular
And
crime, right?
and the sergeant likes her.
Yes.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
helps.
It
Mm.
She
does. It
doesn't have
does.
to work harder to prove herself.
This here. Jean says, we used to go through garbage cans, bags, and take it back to the police station and put it together like a puzzle. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
We do see that a lot on detective shows and police shows in general. But I have to tell you, whenever I throw stuff out in the garbage, I think that if there was a crime and someone had to go through my garbage, would I be okay with that? What am I throwing out in here? Or should I throw it somewhere else in somebody else's garbage?
Yeah.
No, it is true. I've thought of those
Don't
things.
really think about that, but now I do.
I
So,
have. I have to. Mystery is my favorite genre. Mystery, and then romance, and then romance mystery, rom-com-y romance mystery, and I'm like in heaven. Yes. And Chris, they dressed him perfectly for this. I love the jackets and all, but
oh
she
my
was
gosh.
just cute as a button. All her little
I
outfits.
love her
Look at
outfits.
the
I did
jacket.
too.
His
I did too.
jacket.
I
I
liked
like
that green and white
Yes.
sweater or
the
coat, whatever it was.
yeah. I like the yellow, the yellow outfit she was wearing.
Let's see. I'm gonna see if I can find her.
That one was a cute outfit.
Yeah.
She had the green and white coat on for a
yeah,
while.
here it is. He had
Yeah.
different
Oh,
layers
that
and
one.
coats.
Yeah.
Yep. It was cute. I just thought they did an overall or roundabout great job. And this is her in her little concierge outfit. And that's another,
Mhm.
she's constantly running. That's why she ate on the go. Her talking fast, it gives us
Or
that.
she didn't eat at
She was a
all.
very busy girl. Very
Yes.
busy girl. Very
Yes.
on the
Didn't she
go
sleep?
person.
Rona even liked her
I
uniform.
know.
Now, let's see this one. Did you notice that the custodian was the potential bidder that talked to Lucas and Henry on the phone? Yes, I forgot about that. He is Chris Shields. So I'm just saying, it's like everything is so connected. Lucy said they're
He's
close.
a maintenance man, not a custodian.
That's true. He was the maintenance man,
And
especially the
that's
love
why he
child.
was hired by that other couple to work in their jewelry store.
Yep. Look, CSI Vegas goes through the garbage. Wait, what about this? Wait, that's funny. Wait a minute. Up here, this is cute. Holland dresses kind of like Annie Hall.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
Mhm.
That's right. Yes, I think she
This
did mention that.
it's funny. This is cute. I liked how Maddie changed the room number signs on the door because the man he wanted. So she and that I'm like, I wonder if they ever really do that. She solved the
Well,
problem.
I always watch the room numbers as I'm checking in or something, as
Yeah.
I'm walking down the hall. But that was a very ingenious idea. I mean, she
Yeah.
is a quick thinker on her feet.
Yeah. Yeah. She is very quick thinker.
Tanya said, Chris liked my Gotham City style cartoon of him doing a martial arts kick and lobbying for it in the next movie. Oh, I'm sure he dove all over. I didn't even get to see that, Tanya. I'll have to go back and look. I'm assuming it's
Yeah.
on.
And I tweeted that we were, that our group was helping make the movie trend, and he posted, thank you. I appreciate that. I
Now,
thought that was really fun.
here's what's cool about this. It trended as for premiering twice, and we made it trend both times. And it's not often that people pay attention. We pay attention, but they don't throw out that the publicity for the Hallmark movies now. They throw it out for the Hallmark Channel, the Hallmark Mysteries kind of thing.
Right.
And we were all, oh my God, strange light coming through. We were all over it, and it trended twice. I think that's a message to make another one. What do you
Yeah.
think?
Oh, yeah.
And if they do make another one, they said they always try to do it in sets of 3. So instead of 1, we would get
2 more.
I know,
Mm-hmm.
I know. Tanya, I think you could see this, but Cindy and Susan are saying how much they loved your edit, your post.
Oh,
Nikki
yeah.
says, posted a 10 rating on IMDb and also replied to Lisa Hamilton Daly's post on her Instagram page when she was asking about Tipline. Yes, and I have to tell you, if you have not had the opportunity, I want to have her on. I was talking to Kathy about this. I'm sorry about the lighting in my house. It's just the way the sun is
The
going down.
sun is setting on you.
Yes, yes. Lisa was chatting with, it's like a Hallmark podcast. I forget what it's I forget what they named it. It's 2 together. He used to be by himself. He was my guest at one point. I'll find it. And it's a good thing to watch because Lisa talks about how she's so invested in the Hallmark mysteries and how she's excited and she's looking for new things and trying to, build it up. It's like one of her babies. And I thought that was interesting. And that's what he does. He does a lot of movie reviews. Eric is his name. He was on once before as my guest, and he has a partner now, and he did the interview by himself, but he does a lot of the interviews for the Mystery Channel. So it's interesting to see what she says. So in the long run, Nikki, that was a good thing. And it took me a long time to get my words out. I'm sorry. How about Lauren's mini Beaks and Maddie posts?
Oh,
Cute.
So cute. So cute. All right, everyone. I want you in the comment before we sign off. I want you to write what would you like the next mystery to look like?
or
Should
the
it be
next case or something. Yeah.
a case? Should it be a murder? Should it be a kidnapping? Should we get, I don't know, like maybe someone's accused of a crime and here we find out that it's a relative of one of theirs or something. I don't know. What do you think? I know what podcast you mean, Roxanne, but I can't think of his name. I know his name is Eric, but I forget what the podcast name is. I'll figure it out while we're chatting. What would you like, Christina? What would you like the next case to be like?
I was thinking maybe like a robbery, like a jewelry robbery, and maybe she happened to be in the store at the time that the robbery was going on. So that would um, get her into being in the case,
Mhm.
Be a
and
hostage, even.
yeah, or maybe a hostage of some sort. Yeah, so that's what I was kind of thinking, something along the line like that.
What about you, Chris? First, don't answer yet, Chris. Lucy says kidnapping with a good ending, always a good ending. And Susan said Maddie will get kidnapped. Okay. I'm all right. But Cindy says whatever it is, Pawson better be in it. Oh, what if it was because they did have a pet? We didn't even talk about that. How the man was so upset because people were kidnapping all the cats, right?
Yeah,
So I hope they have like an animal link in the next one as well. Go ahead,
yeah,
Chris. What do you
I was gonna say it sounds like cats are the thing in this show instead of a dog. But I like the idea of the cat of her kitten getting kidnapped, and then he Dawson or Beeks doesn't really think it's that strong of a case, but it ends up leading into something else that is
Bigger,
big.
something bigger. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can see that. I can see that.
Teresa, it says, yes, that would be great if you could interview her. I would love that. Oh, I know. Kathy and I are planning on it. Kathy and I are planning all kinds of good stuff. Let's see. It's summertime. Let's have a good pool drowning of some
Oh,
VIP. Oh my God.
The mayor of Detroit.
Oh my God. Yes, right.
oh wow.
Oh my gosh, goodness. So we saw, this was a good one too. A hostage situation at the hotel.
That way, bring the hotel into the
Is
storyline.
Beeks a homicide detective?
I don't think they've declared him as
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, I don't think they did.
Think of that. By the way, those of you that are looking for this interview, he has a lot of really good interviews. Hallmark movie reviewer. He reviews, but he also interviews, and his name is Eric. There he is. See him here? He always says something funny. And he has
Okay.
a partner, and he interviewed Lisa, but he did his own. Oh, that's two ghosts. He did his own review of 3 bed, 2 bath, 1 ghost, which I love
Oh,
that they've had that on as one of the mysteries, because it was a mystery.
yeah.
That.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. An inside person doing underhanded things. Ooh.
What would you like to see as a next story?
Yeah, what would you like to see?
Me? I want it to be, I'm not sure. I kind of said what I wanted, but I don't know. I would like it to be, I want it, whatever it is, I want it to be that we get more insight into their lives.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't.
You mean their past, like their backgrounds?
Yeah, more,
Yeah.
a little bit more. We don't have to know everything. I like learning a little bit at a time. And like a bomb threat. I will tell you what I don't like. It is my least favorite, and they have it. I watch Hudson and Rex, and they'll put one in there. I love Republic of Doyle. They're going to put one in there. Murdoch Mysteries. They've done that. I cannot stand when it's a bank holdup and there's hostages inside. It takes forever, and in the end they're going to survive. You know what I mean? And they're going to get out. So to me, it's boring. I like it when I'm trying to figure out something, and often they'll make a little twist in it. Someone's on the inside that you didn't figure out. It's just, don't make it that I don't want. Yes, maybe they could start doing stakeouts together and have lots of talks. Yes.
That's a good idea. I like that.
Yes, lots of late nights,
And you know what else?
That
Eventually
could be tied into any storyline.
it goes along. They have to play a couple, when people have to play a couple. Yeah. How about a rash of missing persons all from the same neighborhood? Oh, that's very like Hannibal Lecter-ish to me. Oh, Equal, what did you say that Susan says that was funny? I missed it. Beaks. Oh.
Oh God.
That's so good. Wait, I love it. He'd wrap it up faster. Let me tell
That
you.
would be a cold case with the dates.
Yeah, he would definitely know. He would definitely find out.
Is there a pond that one of them jumps into? Because that would be a little bit the way homish to go back and forth, right? Right? Oh God,
There you go.
Put them all in there. Wait a minute, make it at Chesapeake Shores. So it's the ocean, the part of the ocean that a tide pool you jump in, and we'll get that one in, and then you go back to. Whatever. That's funny.
Yeah,
That's
Andy
really
McDowell
funny.
could be in that one then.
Wait, where's the hashtag? Lucas needs Detective Beeks. Wait. We should run that tomorrow because
that's what they're gonna do tomorrow, I think.
Lucas needs Detective Beeks. Yes, that is hilarious. We have to do that. Oh my God, we have to do it. Whoever thought that up, you are a genius. Oh my God, I have done stakeouts in the bushes before.
Oh, Gene.
Oh my God, that's too funny.
My problem is if I would ever do a stakeout, I would always have to be like, I've got to pee. Where is the bathroom?
The bushes. Hey, with
Yeah,
Jesus.
there you
Yeah,
go. Yeah, you know.
Just make sure you don't wipe yourself with poison.
What I wanted to say, and on the 29th, I want our group to try to get Chris McNally fan group to trend on the 29th. I was gonna do it for the 30th, but then I thought that would interfere with when calls the heart hashtags,
It'll be okay.
because
I think it's
that's
over before that.
oh, that's true. That's true. So yeah, maybe we should
The
do it on the
last show
3rd.
of the finale is the 23rd.
All right, well then maybe then the 30th wouldn't be so bad because the 30th is our anniversary.
Okay. I am strongly, as we're about to wrap it up, I am strongly campaigning for Chris to come on at the end. I want him, and I really wanted Lindsay to come on for When Calls the Heart, but I really would love for Chris to come on because then everything's done and they could talk about anything. Start
Right.
filming.
Yeah, that would be great.
Tipline, because I know he's done some other interviews, but there are so many things that nobody's asked that we, could be asking him in our little combos. So we'll see how that goes. It's Detroit's Motown Murder special guest, Natasha Burnett as a singer under and I think Arlene has more to put on a murder. What? We don't want her to die. What? Singer, you meant murdered? No, I want her to be a special guest, and they tried to murder her, and they have to protect her and find out who it is. I don't want her to die. You know what? We should say these things and put that out there because you know how easy that would be to do? That would be so easy. We should campaign for that. They listen.
You guys ready? I think my crew is ready to go to the movies.
All right, you enjoy.
So
yeah, have fun.
It'll be fun. It'll be
tomorrow fun. At the fireside chat. Looks like it's going to be a hot scene.
Oh yeah,
the iced tea ready.
Yeah, Lucas is going to be sizzling.
Yes,
sizzling hot.
We'll have to get Dawson Beeks in there to settle things.
Solve the case.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Bonnie. All right, friends. We'll talk.
Not just Dawson, it's Maddie too,
Yes, True. It is. The two of them. All right. Good night, everyone.
All right, good night.
Good night.